Hey, this is Gab with Yab tonight, and I got a different co-host. I got a couple of cats. One to my left is my man Ace, and I got another guy Dave to my right. Okay, we're gonna be doing a little table talk, whatever we're gonna talk about today. We got 3 good topics, but before I start, I want you guys to like and subscribe to my video. Okay, that's Gab with Yab at YouTube. My cash app is $King Larry 66. So if you guys want to leave me a little change or something, because our brother man's broke and he's trying to do what he needs to do, and we can get this kicked off. Remember, cash app $King Larry 66. Okay, yeah, I need something. But what I want to do, guys, as for myself, I want to start off with a topic that did in my heart. My thing is the N-word. Okay, the N-word. Now, how I'm gonna come at this is right here hard with you guys. My thing is, how can we tell the white folk not to say N-word, but we saying it to each other? What do you think about that, man?
No, yes, of course. First, you have to start with ourselves, right?
Right.
Before we could tell anyone what to do. So first, we'd have to stop using it as black people, which is a monumental thing to try to accomplish. But that's where I think it starts. Where do you think it starts?
I think I'm the same way. It starts with us, because I've always say each one teach one, and we can't tell another group of people to not say it, and we're calling each other that. That's what I call oxymoronic. What do you think about that, Ace?
Well, I think it. I mean, speaking the truth, you guys are within the community yourselves. No one will know better other than yourselves. But if someone looking from the outside in, you know, for me, it's always been a respect thing. And I chose not to use the word myself because I have respect. And I think if y'all can develop that, or my friends can develop that within that community, have respect for themselves, maybe we can find ways to maybe call each other different terms and different ways of, relating.
Age, tell the people your nationality.
I'm half Korean. My father's British and Greek, and I'm 1% Italian. Got a little bit of everything, but 100% human and all about love and and we all humans and we all family and we all.
That's quite a mosaic you got over there.
Yeah, exactly. We got a big melting pot here, man.
Yeah.
That's why I can only speak from the outside looking in, and I think you guys got it correct to fix problems within your own community. It takes the leaders within the own community to fix the problem.
Right, because we always hear the N-word, but you never hear spit, wetback, cracker. You never hear none of that stuff anymore. But they cannot get over the N-word.
Now you're saying they don't call themselves that.
Right, or you don't hear anybody else calling individuals that anymore.
You don't hear like Spanish people calling each other
wetbacks or spits.
Right.
And they cool, endearing way.
Yeah. But with us, it's glorified, like we talked about it before. We glorify this. Basically, to us, the N-word is a noun. You know what I mean? But it's not. It's derogatory.
And it also became culture in a way.
That's true. And
so my question real quick, and I'm sorry to cut you off, is if we go to the Hispanic community, is the word spit, is that a culturally accepted word, or is that something they decided not to use? So you know what I mean. So it's like you're saying, it's a tough position because it has been culturally accepted, and people outside of the culture will start to use the word more. And then it's like, not only do we have to end it within, us minority communities, but we also have to end it in white communities who, how are we gonna tell them to stop using
exactly. Even we saying it.
Well, you see, the thing is too.
It's tough.
It's a big thing because it. Not to get too deep, but it goes all the way back to like that whole deconstruction of pitting black people against one another.
That's
right. Absolutely.
So it's like the crab in the barrel mentality. Everyone trying to hold everyone down, hold everyone back. Because using that word has to do with respect too. Like in other words, you go to the Latino community, they don't use the stick, or you go to Italian, they don't call each other WAP.
Chinese,
Nothing like that. Spanish, like you said, Asian people. But And I think a lot of it has to do with they have respect for themselves,
culture
and
respect,
for their race, and for their culture, for the culture.
Culture respect.
And
absolutely.
we as black people don't seem to, we want to twist it and give excuses for the word, right? And use it. But like you said, what you said, Ace, was like piggybacking on what you said is like culturally accepted, and we gave up, and but like so it's a tough thing.
Yeah, it is.
It's tough. It's tough.
And I vote that we abolish the N-word. I want them to take it out of the books. I want to take it out of the dictionary. I want to take it away out of existence. Right, you're right. Out of everything, because that's something that we need to get away from, and nobody needs to be saying. Because I myself, you, nor you, we're not N-words. We're a man. I have a name. You have a name. Absolutely. If we're going to do anything or call anybody something, let's go back to when we used to call it homeboy, dog, dude.
I love it.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Can I ask y'all a question?
You go ahead, shoot.
How important is the idea of Martin Luther King saying, the idea of content of character? Is that something that we can truly believe in and live by? Is that something that can be a force? Just looking at you, like you said, as a character, as a man, as Larry, who you are, Dave, who you are, not generalizing us into these groups and then labeling us.
Exactly.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, it should be.
Yes.
So I guess what I was asking is, it's commonly accepted that we should probably all see each other individually first.
Right.
But what is holding us back? What is that block? What is keeping us in this way?
I think it's first of all, it starts with us. We keeping ourselves back because a lot of times our black community will blame the white community or whatever, but it's not always them. If they're sitting back looking at us calling each other the N-word, their work is done.
Why not?
Well,
you know what I mean? Their work is done, and I'm not saying that they don't have anything to do with that. But as far as that's concerned, if we calling ourselves that, man, then their work is done. They can do this.
I think Pac said it's easier for them just to sit back and watch us kill each other.
Yeah.
Than actually have to kill us.
Right.
Because the enemy doesn't turn into them anymore, which it should be. It turns into each other.
Us. And it's easier so they can say, look, they're doing it to each other.
Right.
They can wash their hands up.
And they can apply many things to that, as far as maybe, they're not as intelligent, they're gangsters, they can apply these negative ideas to it. Man, it's such a crazy deep way of looking at this world that I think it's going to take a lot of deep change, deep emotional self-reflection. Like
you said yourself, piggybacking on what you said,
yes,
Ace, was that content of character, looking at someone for the content of character, right? Mm-hmm. That's the way it should be. But just the way this world and society has been set up. Like, you might have people say, in Africa they had slaves. Okay? Sure, that's true. And in Europe they had slaves. It's called indentured servants, right?
It wasn't.
But the difference is that when in Africa, if you was a slave and you became free, you was free amongst black people. So people didn't really know if you was a slave or not.
Right.
Same thing with indentured servants. They were Europeans, and then when they were free,
the British,
they just went on about society and like any normal person. But here, knew when you knew you're black and you went free. Everyone knew you were a slave because you were black. So it's a big difference. You weren't able to just go carry on your life,
right?
And try to say, hey, I was never a slave. No, we know you was a slave because you're black.
Yeah.
Where in those other countries, they didn't have to say, oh, I was a slave.
Exactly
right.
So, because they weren't a different group. They were able to live their lives and still. And in America, we had chattel slave, we had ownership,
and then it turned it into a money making business.
And it's scary that there's people nowadays that try to defend, and the argument would be like, well, the Irish were slaves. The Irish kept their culture, they kept their language, they kept like indigent servants. They were able to be free after. It's just, I think I think it's a lack of information and knowledge that's really holding us back.
That's true. That's true.
Content of character was, I'm sorry real quick,
Yeah,
but
go
content
ahead.
of character was 60s.
That's true. That's true. But it goes back before then.
Even before then, exactly.
man.
So what do you think then about, or just let me play devil's advocate for a minute, like, what do you guys think about the people who say, oh, well, we took the power out of that word, we took the power back to ourselves, and we turned it into a term of endearment instead of something derogatory?
I don't. Me personally, I don't believe in that because you can't turn
Great question.
a word like that into something positive, or a term of endearment. That's something that's negative, man. Backwards, forward, up and down. You know what I mean? And that's why I look at it. That's why I look at it. We shouldn't be saying that word, man. You know?
It spits in the face of the elders who had to go through times that actually lived through Jim Crow laws and they actually fought for civil.
Yes.
It's crazy. It's crazy. That's a great question, Jay.
But
It's a deep subject, and I think it's very complex
It
because.
is.
But I also think there's forces who will say that so they can keep us within that because
Exactly.
words carry energy,
Yeah.
and energy can make people react in certain ways. You know?
Yep, and that's true, man. That's definitely a good topic, and we're gonna move right along to Dave here. You said you had something you wanted to say, and you wanted to talk about what was your topic? You said you want to talk about
Talking about, like, blocking people's blessings. That's what
blocking
I'm
people's blessings. Now that's a heavy one too. And I heard you say something about in reference to say for instance if you had a job and
Yeah,
an
I was
individual
saying,
was going up for a promotion,
Yeah, break that
and you
down for
had
me.
somebody else was backdooring him, saying that he was no good and
Okay.
he didn't deserve the job,
Right.
instead of just being happy for that individual.
So a blocking of a blessing is basically saying, for people who may understand, is someone that purposely tries to stop your moving forward and doing
Progress.
better on
Stop your
purpose
progress.
because of,
Yeah.
Right, I mean, I've seen where, like, you be on a job and let's say they're gonna hire somebody. And somebody be like, nah, don't hire that person because X, Y, and Z.
That's the worst.
But, you know, you blocking that person's blessing. This could be this person's blessing, but you gonna put something in the way of that. So I just said, like, do you think that's cool? Do you guys think that, or do you think there's sometimes circumstances that warrant that to happen? Do you think that there's times when you think it's appropriate to block somebody's blessing or to step in, or do you think that it's just wrong, period?
Go ahead, Larry.
I myself, that's not how I operate. I'm gonna be happy for you. Oh, okay, Ace, you got that job, man. Okay, good for you, man. If you need me to help you, I help you out. But you definitely deserve it. Keep doing what you're doing. That's hatred to me. When you blocking somebody's blessing, that's hatred. That's jealousy. You know, that's envy, and that ain't in my blood at all.
So what if you know that that person is not suitable for that position?
All right, so there we'll go the other way.
Okay, that's a devil's advocate there. I'll let you take that.
Well, that's why it goes back to what I said. Like, do you think sometimes it's warranted?
Oh.
Now, I guess in some cases it could be. You know.
Yeah. Especially if it's going to be detrimental
Right.
to
right.
everybody.
Get someone hurt.
Right. You letting this guy be in charge and he's not qualified at all.
Right.
You know, that's definitely one thing. What do you think, man?
Be dangerous. I think that shows exactly that we as people are just we in each other's businesses way too much.
Yes. You're right.
And we should be uplifting each other. And if someone is not good for it, then I think humans need to be more real with themselves and just say the thing.
That's right. But a lot of people want to sugarcoat it and talk behind their back and you know underneath their breath and stuff like that. Just say what you mean and get it out the way.
So
Yeah,
I mean, do you fellas think we as people then maybe have gone back social and society way, like certain things we should have known and learned and be past? Do you think we've gone backwards in a way?
I don't think backwards, but I think we're not picking up the pace.
Like we're stuck.
Right. We stagnate. We need to pick up the pace and be more serious about the different things that we're talking about here. The movement, making things real. abolishing different words and stuff like that, and staying true to what we know that's right.
I mean, you think about, you try to move forward, you try to progress, but when that happens, something always comes in the way of it, right? I mean, look at right now, the way don't get me started. But look,
get started, brother.
Let's go.
Get started.
Let's go.
That's what we're here for.
Look at now with how divided this country is, and like after, let's say, Obama, some people, whether you agree or disagree with his politics, America did elect a black president, right?
Yeah.
And things were okay, right? And now you get this clown coming, and it's like you're taking 50,000 steps back. We were making progress.
Yeah, we
right?
were. We were
moving, not fast enough, but now it's going back. It's like now everything is so racially motivated, and the race tensions are so high in the country, and everything is just on next levels.
It was better. But in a way, if I can be honest, I think they really need that from us. They need the division. They don't want us to move forward. They need to keep us moving back. I don't want to get too deep into things, but I can be a conspiracy theorist and read into. And
we all got our own, opinions of things. But
that's what I mean when I say, like you just said. Like I agree in the sense that, like you said, we're moving forward, but then they want to keep us back. So they put something there. Like I said, we were going not fast, but Trump get in, and now he made it so bad. I mean, just so the divisions. It's like you got to pick a side now. Almost. It's crazy.
But this is I guess would be my counter argument would be, there was also industries and organizations that looked to profit and capitalize by pushing these things. You know what I mean? Because the news and the media was also pumping these things within us 24/7.
Right.
Where that you couldn't escape it. You thought it was happening outside your door every day. So I'm saying, like, it was a terrible president with terrible rhetoric, but yet the media was also
a part of it,
pushing.
And it's like now you think about it, that blocked everyone's blessing, right?
That's true. That's true. For 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
Everyone's blessing got blocked. So,
yeah.
I mean, I don't think it was appropriate in that case.
No.
And with something being said also is, the media doesn't promote the positive within the governments. Right. I mean, I'm sorry, within the communities, the things that are happening good, the people that are working together, they simply show hatred and division and murder and rape. And
his presidency still has an effect on people, because senators and Congress people, they don't even want to run no more because of what he said.
Exactly.
Anchormen and media, they quitting and stuff because of all the stuff that's going on. So like a domino effect. It's like,
but my thing
it's still
is
going on.
Right.
He sat there a year ago.
But my thing is, why is it such the need to live and fall into it? Why can't we just be like,
right, you're right.
We should.
He done, and we should erase that.
And stop the media promoting them 24/7.
Right.
You know what Hitler said?
Don't even talk about him.
You know what Hitler said about a lie? If you say it enough, it'll become the truth.
That's true.
That's so true.
And that's the truth.
Because he's done.
Right. And I think that's getting on Trump. I think that's the way he did things, because he looked up dictators.
He used the media to his advantage,
like Hitler, and he used it to his advantage and stuff like that. And he really, he don't mean no good. He don't mean no good. He really thinks make America great again was when we was back in the 60s.
No, not the. Maybe you talking about the 40s and 50s.
Well, yeah. But he really thinks
the
that.
Restoration Act, I think, was one of the greatest times. Right after the Civil War.
But it'll never go back to that, because who was it good for?
Yeah,
It wasn't good for nobody of color.
A group
You know what I
of
mean?
people. A group of people.
Exactly. And then a lot of people in this world still think that way. You still got the old heads, the the good old boy networks and stuff like that. They still think that way.
MAGA.
And but
There you go.
And my thing is too, like, I really think they need this because it stops us from doing what we need to do.
Yeah.
Because I really think that, I mean, we can't deny that there's certain things that we do that we absolutely dominate. The entertainment industry,
Yes.
sports industry. And I believe that we can have the same effect on the justice and becoming cops and teachers and managers and running businesses and running organizations and corporations. Like, we need to be able to start taking control and start supporting our communities instead of giving up, not participating in this, you know what I'm saying, not becoming it and letting them run it. And that's just how I feel about it.
So, real quick,
I may be wrong, but
no, you
Nah,
right.
everybody got their own opinion.
So,
Right.
back to you. We go to the next. We kind of got off on the tangent. We went off the rails.
We got back on it, right?
To what I guess we kind of finished my little.
Yeah,
segment.
yeah.
So we could move on.
We're moving on again with Ace. What you had to talk about, brother, and what you was bringing to the table.
you know, at first I'd like to say I appreciate this. I think it's amazing. It's progressive. It's open. It's honest. It's raw. I learned a lot from you two brothers, and I just think dialogue is needed more than ever in a non-hatred, biased way. You know, there's too much my way, your way. We can't find a middle way, and that's just it. And I just don't think we can ever fix what we need to fix. If we come together, we unstoppable.
Exactly.
How do you think we need to fix it then? What steps need to be taken to fix it? In your opinion?
Me personally, I think the best way we can is to get involved in our local politics, because at the end of the day, the people who run this world are people we vote in.
That's true.
We know about Tom Brady throwing 300-yard, 8 touchdowns, but you don't even know the alderman that's making laws for your town and village right now.
You're right.
You're
right. I will say that. I will say that.
You're right.
You know.
Right.
So if there's people that are corrupt, and
we got to get them out of there, or don't vote them in.
Right.
And it's a non-voluntary, it's a public, open. We pay for it. It's our system.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no special school. There's not even. You don't need nothing. You just need to be an American citizen.
There you go, and have the right to vote.
So why can't we do that? Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We would definitely have to do better as coming together and rooting out the bad and bringing in the good. A lot of times people don't even care. They don't come out to vote. So that person might say, "Oh, my vote doesn't count anyway," but that's not true. Everybody votes count.
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
young,
absolutely.
old. You know what I mean? As long as you're able to vote, come out and vote and make a difference.
And know who you voting for. I think that's an issue.
So hard to vote now, but
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because of work and time.
Yeah, it's about to get there.
yeah.
But there's so many. We got months leading up to it for us to understand and study candidates and learn who
exactly.
these people are
Yep.
and what they've done before,
What they stand for.
what they stand
know.
for, what they've actually done.
Right. What they saying that they're gonna do, and what if anything, can they do it?
Will they?
You know.
You Malcolm X was speaking the same stuff 50, 60 years ago
Yes.
about how they're gonna trick us into giving them their votes and not do nothing for us or
And
for
they
our
still
community.
doing it. They doing it right now. We're seeing it right here in front of our face.
And every group demands something. The gays demand something for the vote. The Spanish, the Asian. Every one of us need to demand something for a vote. The vote is to be used as a bartering trade tool. I will give you this, but what can you give me?
Right. Hold that person accountable. If we're gonna have you represent us, whether it be president, governor, mayor, House representative, even the Senate.
All of them.
What you gonna do for your community, your ward or whatever.
Right.
Because your pockets is fat.
Exactly. Off the backs of us.
Well, the idea of public servant is to serve the public.
Right.
We pay the salaries. We let it go. The thing is we let it go. We let the system go. We gave them too much trust, and they became corrupt.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
If good people don't do good things, then the bad people will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pedos work at Boy Scouts, and Sandusky had a troubled youth because people will find ways to take advantage of systems that benefit them, and if good people ain't running our local cities, and of course the corrupt one. You got people sleeping on the streets, and the mayor living in a $2 million mansion.
Yeah. And this is supposed to be the greatest country in the world, America. The land of milk and honey.
That's what they say.
Yeah, got people going to the moon.
I swore I seen 5 people on the ground, and then I walked a block later, and a big sign that said "Merry Christmas" to all.
Well, at least they had something positive to say. You know. But once again, like I said, you got people going to the moon. What's going on in the moon? What's going on up there? They couldn't even tell us when they came back. Michael Strahan went to the moon, came back and said, "Oh, it was just something that I just can't describe."
Gray ball.
Yeah. So what did he go up there for? A bucket list? Okay, I can check this off.
Float.
Yeah. So when you come back, would you have anything positive to tell us? No. Nothing.
It's a cash grab. A lot of people
That's
making
it.
money.
That's it.
Rich people that are bored, you know.
I can find something else to do to make me smile, make me laugh. I ain't getting in line to go to the moon. I don't want to go to the moon.
People with money bored.
I guess.
That's it. They gotta, and you sending robots to Mars, and there's people starving in our city.
Exactly.
It's not.
We had the tornadoes hit Kentucky. That's a major disaster.
That's crazy.
And the rich people are like, all right.
They're like, do your thing, Michael Strahan.
Yeah, do good, guys.
And then they say like this climate change is not real. I mean, this stuff is.
Yeah.
They like this. Storms are getting worse. Natural disasters are. There are more of them.
Yes.
So it's like don't tell me climate change is not real.
No, I see that, but I think we need to be careful because the climate change is real, but how they want to fix it is shady.
Yeah.
Because they want to carbon tax us. They want to have the people pay for their old system instead of making Exxon update and renovate they want us to pay the carbon tax for it.
Right.
So yeah, climate change is good, but who's gonna
fund it?
Who's gonna clear it up?
Who's gonna make it run?
Yeah, and these companies got enough money to change their
system. Of course. They can make things cleaner.
They should have been done it already. They know.
Yes. But it ain't no money in doing stuff like that.
Right.
It ain't no money. It ain't no money in finding a cure for cancer or things like that. No money in that.
You might as well just fly a plane into it.
But
9/11 stuff. I don't want to get too crazy.
That'll be another one.
You might as well just burn it down, though. That's really and collect the insurance.
Yep. But I appreciate you guys. We getting together and doing things like this, and this is gonna be something that we want to do again. I like that and I appreciate that. You know what I mean?
I had a great time.
Real quick.
I don't want to stop. Dave, we going.
Real quick, I just want to say, maybe we could make this clear. But he said something about different communities coming together, gay, this and that. Now, it just made me think. I know you already covered this with your other co-hosts, but for you people out there listening, maybe comment below. Just educate me. I'm not trying to be funny.
Right.
I want to know, what did Dave Chappelle say that offended the LGBTQ community? I really don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I honestly don't know.
And I got a question with that as well.
What was it? I don't get it. Like, do you?
I don't get it either.
What did he say? What did he say, man?
I didn't think he said anything that was derogatory. Right. Yeah. I didn't think he said anything derogatory.
No,
that was wrong. It's just that people want to take things and take it to another level, a negative level.
They think he's making fun of it.
Right. But
he's a comedian.
Right, he's a comedian. That's his job. But at the same time, you can take comedy and turn it into something that really needs to be talked about.
Yeah, 50,000 kids starving right now.
Exactly.
We're talking about
Please
jokes.
comment below, because I don't know. I want to know.
Well, if you guys help him out, help all of us out. Comment below on what you guys think Dave Chappelle said that was so wrong about that community.
And if I can add one more thing, should comedy even ever say something wrong? It's people talking, having fun. I think as free speech is the pinnacle of a free society. What are we doing?
I think if you got a platform like that, you can use it for good. Of course, that's your job. You can make people laugh, and laughter is the best medicine in the world, man. There's nothing wrong with laughter.
Right.
Laughing at yourself too, and I think that's what was lost in translation.
Yep.
Yeah.
But in laughter, you gonna have a message there.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what we really need to be doing as a society. You know, things like that. It always has to be a subliminal message.
Those are great comedians too. Yes, they're able to mix real life with comedy, and
Exactly.
that's
Well,
amazing.
this is Gab with Gab,
Hey,
and
wait, hold on.
Dave, go again. I want to hear.
Don't just say, give him your cash up. Tell him it's gonna be in the
there you go. My cash app once again is $King Larry
Got it. Yeah.
66.
Where can they find it?
They can find me at the Cash App.
No, where can they find the cash app?
Oh, underneath in the description box,
You gonna leave a what?
I'm gonna leave a link there,
Right.
and you guys are gonna follow the link, and hopefully you can help a brother out, and we be trying to do great things.
Yeah,
Each
50
one
cents.
teach one, donations, whatever.
Give him 50
Anything,
cents. Give the man 50 cents.
anything can help.
Yep.
And I'm coming to y'all with the truth.
That's up.
All right, this is Gab with Gab, Ace, and Dave. We out.